Hey, it's Sammy with Trading Transformations. On July 24th, we took 269 points out of those Dow YM futures today. What goes up must come down. This is my favorite place to trade. Pre-market, we ran down and tested support one, and then we bounced out after the open and went long again. So let's take a look and see how this all played out. So every day when we sit down to trade, we can make some decisions. We're coming off of the overnight low, heading back up to that value area. That pink line is pivot. The pink line way up is VWAP. So we're going to see if we can get some traction here. We only have short time frame data, so we're going to protect this trade. And we're ultimately on this first trade just going to take 19 points out. Now we came up under value area low. We threw a beautiful 5-minute pattern for all you pattern traders. It was like an evening star with a gravestone. It was amazing little pattern, but we were testing pivot. We were testing value area low, broke back through deviation one. Now we're heading down all the way towards, that's a GAN level, and that orange line is a deviation 3. So we're going to take this short. We've got some confluence of data happening here. Now the reason we put this trailing stop right here is because that's deviation 2 right there. That's a very high probability place that the trade's going to stall out. So we're going to protect that trade regardless. Now you can see we're attacking that overnight low. This thing just pounds right through and hits our take profit for 35 points. Look at all that data: momentum, sentiment, and volatility confluence. If you look over to the left, you will see a big purple bar that shot up. That was red news at 8:30. We took advantage of this because that ran the setup for our next play. Our data was in confluence, and we are heading down towards S1. And let's see how we go. So what we're doing here is we're pushing a new overnight low. That's why I keep moving that ONL line. All of this data is getting tremendously strong. As we come through this 38.2 Fibonacci, we're trailing with a 55-point trailing stop. Awesome lock. All right, if you look over to the left, you can see we actually came down and hit S1. The market reversed or pulled back and gave us another opportunity. We still have data. We're going to try and work our way back down. As we get down here, we're trailing, and we're going to lock in 20 points on this trade. Okay, we've got a signature soda reversal trade working out here. We're coming off of support. You can see that big thick green line is support. We're just trying to bounce out of here, head back up. Let's see what happens. We're going to start trailing this though, because the data is only short time frame. We're going to end up with 10 points on it. Yeah, so it did make it all the way up there. It would have hit our 38.2 and our 200 moving average up there for our long take profit, but that wasn't really what we were looking for. Really looking for this move to come back down and try to smash through and see if we can keep going. Check this out now. We are making sure we protect this trade because we've already tested support twice and failed, and we're going to take a break even on this. Okay, for all you open range breakout traders, I have marked the long break and the short break from the open. We did not have any data, and it was just kind of a chop show. We've tested support one a bunch of times. Now we're going to get, check this out, our algorithm fired. That little buy flag right there is our proprietary optimizer algo. We're going up, and we are trailing this baby. We're going to lock in 29 points. But watch what we do here. The data keeps growing on the short time frames and decaying on the high time frames. We're going to re-enter. There's no reason, there was no signal telling us this trade was done. We are re-entering right here, and we're going to work our way up. I probably should have locked 27 points when I hit, but I'm manually closing it for 17 on the pullback. Now, you can see it did hit that pink line. That pink line is actually the VWAP line, and I took the reversal off of this. I didn't have time to kick my camera on. I recorded the trade, but you can see I trailed it and I got a plus 30 when we hit that 200 right there. For our last trade of the day, you can see we came off the 200 and the open range breakout to the high side. We are back in the trade. We're gonna fly up here, see if we can't work our way up to pivot, value area, all of that stuff. We are coming through weekly VWAP. That's that checkpoint. I'm just gonna aggressively trail and lock in 54 points. Here's the bottom line. If your strategy is not producing consistent results, you're guessing. If you're guessing, you're gambling, and your money deserves better than that. So if you want to get consistency down, click on that link below. We're working with a data-driven process. We're reading numeric value to work our way in and out of the market. Schedule a quick call. Let's have a quick talk and see how this tool can help you.